So this will be the first time y'all have seen this room. This is the Columbus house. So now we've got a lot of it finished, and right now we're going to start working on this wall. Now this is the north wall. It's an exterior wall. It's got some sheathing. You can look through these little cracks. You can see where it was repaired. And they got some blue insulation there, and then they got on the outside vinyl siding. And when we took all this drywall off, these are good studs. They're old, they're discolored, they're dark, but they are good and solid. So we're going to leave them there. This was the inside, previous inside face, and there was drywall up against it. You see a little ledge here that sticks out. This bottom face here was the previous ceiling, and you can tell it's a little short. So when we put it back up, put it on here, we wanted to raise that a little bit. So we raised it up above. This part right here was the original or the previous roof line. So we added a little knee wall here, raised the roof a little bit, and we're going to put the new ceiling up against the roof rafters to make it kind of a cathedral ceiling. We got the roof rafters 2x6, and the insulation's a 4-inch insulation. That should give us enough airspace above it to help keep it dry. And so hopefully we won't have the problem with dry rot that the previous installation had. On this one here, we've got this bump out to deal with. He said this was the previous ceiling height, and this was the previous wall. If I use that previous plane, previous place where the drywall was, we're going to have this little bump out here that goes up and then goes back and goes on up again. And that's going to look awful weird. I'd much rather have just a flat plane here with the drywall. And it turns out that if I put a 2x4, I don't know if you can see it, but if I turn a 2x4 sideways and lay it on the bottom, then turn another 2x4 sideways like this one and bring it from bottom up. At the back side of this 2x4, this vertical, lines up with the front face of this beam and gives a plumb surface on the inside of the room, towards the inside of the room. That gives us a flat plane, it's smooth and vertical, and will give us a place to put the drywall. Now this does slope down, as you can see, and we're going to have some problems down here. But what we're going to do is turn these 2x4 sideways. We're still going to run them with 16-inch centers. I've marked those off here. You're not going to be able to see them, but I can. We will put some of these 2x4s on that, and on there, and on there. And we'll toenail them at the bottom and nail them straight in here. And that'll give us a nice solid surface to work with. This is not a structural element. This is simply to hold the drywall up, so we don't need a lot of secure nailing going on there. We're going to have a problem down here where the knees go in. We're going to have a little opening space there. We're going to have to fill that in. Be something to figure out. So I've got everything cleared out. I've got 16-inch marks along here. I've got 16-inch marks along the bottom, and we're just going to get to it. The air compressor will be kicking on here shortly, I'm sure. It's in another room, but hopefully it won't be while I'm talking. If it does, we'll just pause the video and we'll go on from there. So, first one's going up. I said 16 inches edge. So the air compressor kicked in. We made a little cut in the video there. So we're going to go 16 inches between centers. We line this up here, 16 inches from here to here, center to center. Line it up on the line at the bottom and at the top. We'll tack the top in, just hold it in place. while I work on the bottom. We're going to toenail this in. And you're not going to be able to see it, but maybe we can get a little better shot on some of these ligaments. It may not look like this is straight and square. Here, this level. We can check it, and that's bubbles between the lines here, and the bubbles between the lines there. Like I say, this may not look like it's straight and square, but the reason for that is this wall has settled, and the bottom over here is a couple of inches further in this way, and the top of the wall is there. That's the original wall, or the one that was there before we started the renovation. The solution to that would be to tear this wall out and put it in there again. That'd be the right way to do it. But again, on this channel, we may not do it the right way, but it's good enough. So we're going to leave it like this. We know this is straight and square, and we're going to let the old stuff float where it used to be. Now this last one here is causing a little bit of a problem. We want it to be in this corner to give us a nice flat surface to put that drywall on. But it's not exactly, again, square and level to the bottom down here. So what we're going to do is line this up by hand. Or by foot in this case. When we get that there level, rather, and then we're going to nail it in at the top. And I'm going to check it again. Let me get that up there. That bubble's just right. So that's this wall. Well, I thought we'd finished, but I forgot. Got that top piece up there. So we're going to go ahead and do that, call this wall, before we can call that wall finished. And put that in this video too, kind of add on additional feature, as it were. So, put that up here and take a look at it. What I need is for a flat surface here, flat open surface, even square with this one, so we can run the drywall right up against that face. Now, I'm going to have to adjust the depth on this saw again. I generally like to keep my tools on the floor. As a general rule, that's not set in stone, it's a general rule. And the reason for that is that if they're on the floor, they can't fall any further. Now, my great-grandfather taught me how to use a circular saw. He said whenever you're setting the depth on one, never set the blade any deeper in the wood than you want for it to be sticking in your hand. Because if you're likely to, if you have an accident and run your hand over that blade, if it's sticking up high, you can cut your finger off, but if it's just battered through that wood, you just scratch it up a good bit. He lived till 93, so I reckon he knows what he's talking about. He had all his fingers. You notice I didn't use a square to line that up. I don't care. Doesn't need to be square because there's nothing going to be buttoned up on these ends. So that's what I was talking about. Put it like this, we're going to have a flat surface there, we've got a nailing surface here. There's a good surface there, we're going to have to bridge. Drywall is going to have to bridge about 6 inches. That's a lot less than it would bridge between studs 16 inches. So I think I'm going to try it that way. I think we'll work on it that way. Try to nail it in through the side. Again, this is not a structural element. It is simply a nailing surface for drywall. It's good there. It's good there. It's good there. So I think we're good for the day. Maybe. So we got all flat plane here from side to side and from bottom to top. We got a nice flat even surface so we can put a drywall on. That's this wall, it's done. It's good enough. We'll talk to you later.